Today on Let's Get Weird, we're getting weird with self-diagnosed blue legs, the next great Super Bowl food you can try at home, a typical Benny Hill story, and naked buses. Plus, this week's big topic includes finding out what an ambigram is and more. Hopefully you're ready because it's time to get weird.
Shit's about to get weird.
Be prepared for it to get weird. Things are gonna get weird.
It's getting weird.
I'm gonna get real weird with it.
Let's get weird. Let's get weird. Weird, get weird.
Let's get weird with Hoody, Eric, Kevin, and Saron. Yatch!
I'm ready.
I am also ready.
Yo estoy listo!
I'm ready.
Well, hopefully you're ready because you're listening to the 21st episode of Let's Get Weird.
Woo!
I'm ready for summer. I'm over winter.
Me
Oh,
too.
come on. It's not that bad.
Shut up. It's freezing
Oh, she
out
told
here.
you.
You shut up, Eric.
Yeah.
Oh, shut up,
Shut up.
boys.
Shut up.
Shut up.
Shut up. As always, my name's Hoody.
I'm Kevin.
I'm Eric.
I'm Saron.
And you are listening to, obviously, Let's Get Weird. We bring you the weirdest stories from around the internet where we try to compete to see who has the weird story in the world. Or the galaxy.
The universe.
Or the universe, some would say.
Or the multiverse.
And then at the end of the show, we have a big topic, which this week involves ambigrams. Nobody knows what it means. I learned what it was yesterday.
No idea.
Has to do with whale placenta?
No, it does not have to do with
What is a whale placenta? Amberglass? What?
This week, we are testing a video camera going on in the studio. It is a little complicated because I have to look at the thing and talk to you guys at the same time as a host of a show, which is a lot more complicated than now I understand the role of a producer.
Talk to your brother.
Yes, there we go.
Yeah,
But,
right?
so every time someone's story will go, that's when the camera will switch to them for now, so I can
fine.
figure it out. So this week, we actually going to start with a Mr. Eric V,
Great.
who's going to give us his story that is pretty weird.
So, with the Super Bowl just days away, aka big game, Bush Beans or whatever wanted to create not just a 7-layer dip, but a 70-layer dip, which now holds the Guinness World Record as the largest layered dip. That's right. This dip weighs 1,000 pounds, over 1,000 pounds, and it took 19 people to make. It's got 91 pounds of veggie dip, 145 pounds of Cuban dip. What's Cuban dip, by the way?
I don't know.
118 pounds. Right? I don't know what a Cuban dip is. I don't know. Caprese dip, 106 pounds of a loaded baked potato dip. All right, now this is the best part of this whole thing. 100 pounds of a buffalo dip. Anyone had spicy buffalo dip?
Oh, yeah.
So good. 98 pounds of Mediterranean dip, 126 pounds of Fiesta dip, 119 pounds of spicy dip, 89 pounds of barbecue dip, and finally 95 pounds of classic dip. I don't know what a classic dip is.
What is classic dip?
I don't know. I don't know what any of this stuff is. But like I said, it took them 19 people and more than 227 hours to build this, and it is certified by the Guinness Book of World Records. So, being on the Super Bowl, big game, whatever is this weekend, I decided to talk about a 70-layer dip weighing over 1,000 pounds as my weird story for Let's Get Weird this week.
Do you get money for Guinness World Records? Like they come give you like a check also? Or something?
They might give it to normal human beings, like if a random Joe off the street, but I don't think to the Bush's Baked Beans they get any money because they're a corporation. They probably just get the nice little plaque. You ever seen? They have a Snapchat Guinness World Record thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's like a little Snapchat thingy. It's kind of interesting to watch people try to do Guinness World Records. It's kind of crazy.
I remember the person with like the longest nails and just like,
Oh.
Right, but then there's one where I saw it was like the most hugs in 1 minute.
oh, that's so adorable. That warms my heart.
Okay,
With
Kevin.
different people?
Yeah, like me and you standing here together, we would hug each other in a minute. I think they got like 200 hugs or something like that.
Damn.
Don't
break
quote
that.
me on that, because apparently Tyler Durden on Instagram says that I say the wrong thing every time on Let's Get Weird. So in your face.
Now, Eric, you get to pick who goes next in this roulette of weird. Ooh. Roulette of weird.
Roulette of Weird. Well, I'm going to go with the person I'd write, and that is Saron. So why don't you give us your weird story?
Saron.
All right, you guys. Well,
Yes, Saron with 3 N's.
you know it. So my story is from Arkansas. And this guy, we don't know what was wrong with him or if anything was wrong with him. He was he was trying to literally get on the school bus butt naked with some students and 2 adults on there. Luckily, the police came and he got arrested, and he was charged with disorderly conduct with criminal trespass and possession of marijuana, which I don't think he was high, because I don't know anybody that's going to be high.
It had to have been laced with something.
Or
Yeah, it's called meth.
yeah, or something else.
Or angel dust.
Oh, yeah, it could be that too.
Yeah.
though.
That's a little, it makes you feel special, you know what I
Makes you
mean?
feel special.
From what I hear on the streets,
Oh.
you know.
On the
streets.
What street you hear it on Rockville?
On the pike.
On the pike, homie. What you know about it, Kev?
I could not.
I just know that if I saw this guy trying to get on the bus with my child buck naked, he'd caught a foot to the face.
What?
Duh.
Yeah, that'd been
That's
awkward.
creepy AF. Have you guys ever seen anybody like naked outside, like just crazy shit, or like?
I have 2 instances actually.
Oh
No, here at the building's what she's asking.
no, not in the build. Like just even
Oh, in
anywhere.
general?
Like just in general.
Yeah, once when I was working at a Best Buy in what's it called? Taneytown? Tinleytown.
Tannytown.
Tenleytown. What are you doing in
I
Tenleytown?
was working at a Best Buy there.
Oh,
they
man.
closed
I
that
think they
one.
closed. They're
Yeah.
going to close that one.
But
Yeah.
across the street is a CVS, and on my break, I was going over to the CVS. This is also overnight. Going to CVS to get a couple snacks for the rest of the night. And some guy literally just walks out of CVS with no bottoms on. Walks right past me and just kept moving. I'm like, okay, I guess that's how we're dealing with tonight.
Maybe he had an explosion, Kevin. Okay, he had to take care of some business, and he went to the CVS bathroom. You know, they all have a code, and it's a really difficult code to punch in.
Really?
Yeah, because I used to work at a CVS back in the day,
Ah.
so that's why I know. It's not the same code at every CVS,
And also,
but
this is the same guy I saw a week earlier doing the same thing
Mm-hmm.
outside of my break. He came up to me asking for a cigarette. I said, I'm smoking. He said, I'll burn you, you bastard. And he kept walking down the street. So this guy was clearly disturbed.
I could not.
And then the second instance was I was on a bus stop, and I think I was like 17, 16 years old on New Year's morning, early New Year's morning, going back home. And I saw a guy walking down the street and in a pink robe for some reason. And he just casually walked down the street in a pink robe. It was kind of flaring. I saw stuff flaying around.
right.
Walked up to me and said, "Hey, buddy, do you have a quarter?" I was like, "No." Okay. And he kept walking down the street.
He just wanted a quarter.
Yeah.
And
What
he
do you
had-
do with a quarter?
I don't know.
Okay.
I have no idea. So, yeah, those are my 2 instances with naked people in public.
So wait, can I just say right now, Kevin wins. Let's get weird for this week. because
Seriously.
That is like the 2 weirdest
Weird
epic
things happened
stories.
to me.
Why do they happen to you?
And I got in a fight with a homeless person one time on a bus stop.
All right.
Did you really?
Did you swing?
Yes, I beat him up. He took my bus pass.
Oh no.
Bus
He
pass?
tried to.
Jesus, Kevin.
Baltimore, baby.
Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Them crackheads are on a different level.
Different levels, Saron.
All right, now Saron, you
Yes.
get to
Oh
my
pick
God.
who goes next.
Oh man, it definitely has to be Kevin with those stories.
Kevin, take it away.
Take it away, Kev.
All right, so a local man out of Sioux Falls, I don't know if that's North or South Dakotas, but one of those Dakotas in the Midwest, was arrested early Thursday because he was sitting outside a Walmart parking lot. I guess the weatherman said it was going to be a bit icy
Okay.
that morning. And each time somebody fell, he would, for some reason, want to play this song.
30 seconds, Kevin. 30 seconds.
This is the Benny Hill theme song.
Why?
Because he was a troll.
He was trolling everybody that was falling on the sidewalk. That's funny.
And the best part about it is the police showed up to try to get him to stop. but
Right.
They fell. So he played it again
While they
were
fell.
chasing him.
Oh my god.
It's like an old Dick Van Dyke movie from back in the day with Jerry Lewis.
They eventually arrested him and they released him after questioning. But I think they arrested him just because they were upset. They were embarrassed.
Yeah, they were pissed off.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you be?
I mean, this is also something I would do.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought that was a funny story. I think I heard it on another radio show, like on a smaller market.
Yes, we will not mention said radio show because you know what? We have principles, as some would say.
We do?
Sometimes.
Hoodie and I do. I don't know.
Oh.
I do.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Sharon's still here? Oh,
That's how we fell in.
But that's my weird story for the week. I just think it'd be awesome to walk into a Walmart and see a guy just waiting there on his phone for somebody to fall and hit the play button.
that's pretty genius. I'm not against that. I'm not against that one at all.
So I'll give it off to Hoodie now.
Well, hello there. Now it is my turn, operating the camera and talking at the same time, so this will be interesting. But my weird story, as always, hails from the jolly old land of London.
Another one?
Yes.
You in London, man.
So how many of you guys have sort of self-diagnosed yourself on WebMD?
Never.
Or
Never.
I think WebMD is the main one.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Always.
I've done
No.
it. and
I
it's-
just
it's
use
terrible.
Google.
Yeah, Google, what's wrong with me?
I should be dead then, according to them.
I did
Okay.
it one time. I did it
Seriously.
one time before Avengers Age of Ultron. I was like, this is my last movie.
Kevin!
Well, I have a jolly old lad from London who decided that his WebMD was pretty serious after he WebMD'd why he has blue legs.
Blue legs.
Now you're thinking, what the heck is causing this? Like, he lost blood flow.
Did we sit in the toilet too long?
I don't know.
Fall in paint?
Fall in paint, maybe. That
Was he a
didn't
little
realize.
too backed up? You know what I mean?
Here's the thing. When said lad, because we try not to say names on this program of people.
We don't?
We do, actually. His name's Mark Schraber. Mark was so concerned by his WebMD prognosis that said he needs to go to an ER for serious prognosis or
Release?
whatever.
Yeah.
Serious release? No. He went to the ER, and as soon as he did, and you fill out your paperwork, you sit down for 5 minutes, hopefully if it's a good day at the ER.
Yeah.
Nurses take him back and say, "Sir, your legs are blue because you haven't washed your pants yet."
Get out.
And he had brand new jeans, and because he hadn't worn them, he now has the disease of dumbass who doesn't wash his new jeans before wearing them disease.
Wait.
Who does that?
Wait.
Yes.
Hold on. Are you supposed to wash your
I'm
jeans
about to
before
ask
you
the
wear
same
them?
exact question.
The first time?
I mean, I don't know. 'Cause
Saron?
I
No,
thought
You're a
I
resident.
don't.
You're the resident fashionista on this show.
I typically don't. I mean, if it's brand new, I assume it's clean
I mean, I
unless
know
it's
we
like
buy clothes
thrifted.
from the Goodwill. That's what
Yeah.
we wash them
The
for.
Goodwill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thrift stores.
Yeah.
But like, this is off the record Target. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna put these on tomorrow.
Target.
Target.
But yeah, so Mark luckily just went home, didn't really have to. I guess he paid for the consultation, which is like $50. Didn't say how much he paid for, but he now has 10,000 likes, 160,000 retweets. More really for just spreading the knowledge of washing your pants before you put them on.
Never knew that. Never knew
How
that.
blue could the jeans be that like it literally
So
stained?
blue.
Or like how
How
long was
blue
it?
are they?
If I were blue, I would die.
No, it's if I was blue, if I was green, I would die.
Wait, really?
Wait. No, it's
Yeah.
if I was blue.
That is an ongoing argument. Is
But it
that would
is.
either die or if I was green, that's
Yeah.
an
double D, I
ongoing-
would die.
It's if I was green, I would die.
Saron, there's no way they would put if I was green, I was die, and people would buy that record.
People buy worse records.
I'm like, whatever.
This is true.
Yeah, then one mom on the Twitter thread said, reminds me of the time I was about to take my 6-month-old to the ER because his foot was purple. Turns out he had a purple sock on his foot. So,
Yo,
your
people.
clothes dye you.
Darwinism, homie. Like, come on.
But that leads us to our big topic of the week. This week we are talking about what an ambigram is.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Now, here's the thing. It is not a pentagram. So just don't think
What's a
that is
pentagram?
that's the devil.
The devil's
That's what
star.
Okay, I got that one.
But Kevin, what do you? I'll go around the room. Kevin, what do you think it is?
I'm standing by Will Afterbirth because it's called ambergris.
No.
Okay, Kevin.
No.
Go ahead.
Eric, what do you think it is?
So, being how it's coming from you, it's not a sex move.
It
so
could
it's,
be.
No, it's not. No,
my life.
no, we
You
know
don't
your
know
life,
my
Hoody.
life.
We know your life. An ambigram is probably a new dance move on TikTok.
Dance move on TikTok.
See,
No, it was not it either.
Dang it.
Saron, what do you think an ambigram
I
is?
think
Use
it's
your
some-
grammar knowledge.
I think it's something in relation to Valentine's Day.
No, it is
No?
not a candygram.
Oh, maybe
Made out
that's
of
what I was
amber.
thinking.
Where'd you get ambigram from Candygram?
It's not a candygram from Amber.
Tight back there.
I had a
huh,
crush on
girl?
girl named Amber in fourth
You know
grade.
it.
Oh, well,
Oh,
Kevin. How
Kevin.
did that crush go?
Not well.
You know, I've not met one Amber I like.
Really?
Yeah,
Have you dated an Amber?
I've never dated an Amber, but I've never met an Amber I like.
Well, that Amber used to work here.
Yeah, I didn't really like her.
Oh, okay.
She still works here, by the way. You know that, right? But she works from home because she lives in Baltimore, but works
She
for the DC
sort
station.
of works here, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
not
but she
really.
works from home, so she's not
Baltimore.
really here. She works in Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Well,
Baltimore.
let me tell you what an ambigram is. That's
Please
a message
do.
from Amber.
oh, the drugs?
It is not drugs, not
It's
Ambien.
Hoody.
Oh, it's a candygram with Ambien. That's what it is.
Go to sleep.
Wait. So, okay, here we go. So I watched Grace and Frankie on Netflix,
Mm-hmm.
and the last episode was talking about how Grace was on Ambien, was taking Ambien. No, not Ambien. What's the other one? What's the other one?
I don't know.
Never mind. I lost it. Forget it.
Grace and Grace or Frankie?
Isn't
No.
it Frankie and Grace?
No, it's Grace and Frankie, and it's a great show, and it's with Jane Fonda and I forget Lily whatever Tomlin.
Tomlin.
Zoloft?
Yeah. What? No, what's
We're talking about
Adderall?
drugs?
She's taking Adderall.
Oh, okay.
As an
I don't know
80-year-old
where we're going
woman.
with that one.
I forgot Ambien is the one that puts you to sleep. Adderall is to keep you awake. I got it.
Oh.
I failed.
Now we know drugs.
Now we know drugs. Anyway, an ambigram is not a candygram of Ambien.
Delete.
It actually is a word, art form, or other symbolic representation whose elements retain meaning when viewed or interpreted upside down from a different angle.
That's a long definition.
That's like in
So it's like a palindrome, which is like race car. Backwards is race car.
what's the Tom
But this
Hanks
is from
movie?
any angle.
Oh.
And so mainly in one, it's a certain type of font is what it is. So we're teaching you here on Let's Get Weird. Don't worry.
Oh, so it's like in Indiana Jones when he had to get the sun thing and kind of get the sun to the right angle to find the.
No. It's in that weird Tom Hanks movie about
Angels and Demons.
Angels and Demons
Or Da Vinci
because
Code.
Angels and Demons is number 2, and that's when they used it because they had they had to brand the priest with the Illuminati words, but the way that it was spelt out was the same way forwards and backwards and upside down.
Oh, okay.
Are you trying to do it with Hoodie?
So an ambigram, my name is the easiest to do an ambigram with. So Hoodie, which I'm showing to the camera,
in yellow highlighter.
in yellow highlighter because it's all I had. Hoodie upside down is still Hoodie. Look at that. Oh, Hoodie.
Ain't nothing but black magic.
Not black magic.
Where'd that voodoo come from, boy?
So an ambigram, like I said, it's pretty much ambigram is an ambigram for some
Okay.
weird reason.
Oh my
But essentially,
God.
you use a specific type of font. It's like
Is it Andy?
it's fire, water, or windstorm is the font.
Is that in Word?
I don't know what that means.
Fire, water.
Use me the fire,
Firewater,
water.
it may be like a racial term now, like
What?
What?
Native Americans and like all the stuff they used to drink.
No, Kevin. No.
I
No.
can't do Kevin.
No.
Hoodie is the easiest one.
This is the only one that would work, right?
Oh, easily. Like other ones, you
'Cause
need the specific font.
Yeah,
to
because
do it.
my last is K and E, so
Yeah.
it wouldn't work with Eric.
Like mine with V, it could be a V or an A, so I don't know how you would be.
Oh yeah, I put Saron's in, and it was like the S was like so weirdly misformed from the end.
I swear I'm an S. I swear. I am.
S and an N. That's what it is.
in there, boys. Trust me.
But that's
So
what an
quiet
ambigram
today.
is. Use that to acknowledge if you are a graphic designer, and if not, hey, that's okay. But that was the big topic for the week.
We learned something
It was
today.
really just a magic trick I just wanted to show everybody.
As Kevin says, it's that black magic.
Black magic.
Watch out now, boys.
It kind of looks like those capture things too that you do when you're trying to log into something and make sure you're not a robot.
Oh, I hate those things.
Type in BSO.
Right, but the
Number
S and the
3.
O are inside of each
Yeah.
other, so it's like, wait, is that an S or is it a C? What am I doing here? What am I doing here?
I swear I'm not a robot.
Right? I mean, you know what? They should make you get it. If you get it wrong, then you know that you're not a robot because I bet a robot gets it right every
like-
time.
FBI.
Yeah, right? God. So annoyed.
Well, I think that does it. This is a shorter episode of Let's Get Weird. Why? Because we're figuring out cameras, and I can't carry on conversations while doing camera stuff.
Pass me the camera. I
Pass
can do
me
it.
the rock. I don't trust you with the rock.
Why not?
Yeah, you have not trained at all on this
I
set,
don't need to
Sir Rock.
train. I know how to work that thing. It's
I
not
just
that
hit
hard.
the button. and
Point and drag, move you
When I
over.
was
You've
your
already-
age, I walked to school 15 miles.
Right? I remember being behind a real camera with reel to reel and taking film out and chucking it at you people.
I could not.
But
Man.
thanks for joining us. You decide who had the weirdest story of the week, whether it was Eric
Yes.
with his story, which was...
I scrumpled it up. No, the 70-pound,
yeah.
the 70-pound 7-layer dip. That was a Guinness World Record.
Yes, you can follow him at Mr. Eric V, MRERICKV. Whether it was Kevin's story about what, Kevin?
I have 3 stories technically.
Well, the main
One,
story.
the one, Kevin.
The main one.
The Benny Hill troll.
Yes, the Benny
Yes.
Hill Troll. You can follow him at Motech M0T3KK, or was it Saron? Who had the story about...
The naked man that was arrested trying to board the school bus.
Would you date a
meth head.
naked man if you saw him on a school bus?
Why? Why would you want
Okay,
to?
hold on. Wait, if you saw a naked man on a bus, would you, well, you ultimately would freak out. But if you looked at him and he was hot, would you be like, let me get them digits?
If it's Zac Efron, just naked. No read on the
I don't think she likes Zac Efron.
No,
The
not
Rock.
Zach. No.
Vin Diesel.
Saron, answer the question.
Tyler, the
The
No.
hottie
I don't know.
of your desires.
Yeah, the hottie of your desires. We don't know who
Justin
it is.
Bieber.
I think it might be
Maybe
Bieber.
Drake. No, Drake.
You were singing some Bieber today.
You were singing some Yummy today.
I know, but it was just one of those.
It was
days.
yummy. You know I'm feeling
You get on the bus, Drake's naked. Like, what's up?
Oh
Yeah.
shit, it's game over. So yeah, only Drake, but anybody else?
Do you close the door behind you?
What, the school bus?
Yeah.
Who gives
No
a
one else
shit?
can get
At
on
that
it.
point, who cares?
You're mine, Jersey Drake.
Oh, look, the emergency door is broken off. Oh, look, can't
that.
get out the windows
The
either.
hatch in the roof doesn't open.
Too tall for that
I'm
one.
sitting on the roof. Kevin's back behind the emergency thing, and Hoodie's watching the windows.
And the bus is literally rocking like, dang, Saron.
Right?
Oh my God! Stop.
Well, you can
gotta
follow
embarrass
and
Saron.
embarrass Saron at Saron, SARONNN.
3 N's.
Or you can
Yes.
follow me at Andrew Hoody, that's with a Y, and learn all about how sometimes your pants dye your legs and you shouldn't go to the ER for every reason, you know? Anyway, thanks for joining us, and always remember, it's okay to be weird.
It got weird, didn't it?
Yeah.